Sorry? Oh. Sorry, this was next. This will more to keep it there. Alright. You know how many things are?
What happened is they were blocking it and
Yeah.
you're seeing it here?
Yeah, I just checked the link. It's looking good.
Sound and everything good?
Yeah.
Check 1, 2. open? Hey, come on.
The one who was communicating, I had sent my son.
सुग्रीव विभीषण दोनों को शरण रखा, ये बात सब कोई जानते हैं। नाम ने अनेक गरीबों को तार दिया, जिसकी बड़ाई लोक और वेदों में सुशोभित है। रीछ और वानरों की सेना इकट्ठी कर पुल बांधने में बहुत श्रम किया, परंतु नाम लेते संसार सागर सूख जाता है। हे महात्माओं, मन में विचार करो। राम सकुल मन रावण सहित निज पुर राजा राम और उनकी राजधानी अयोध्या, जिसके गुण देवता और मुनि अच्छी वाणी से गाते हैं। सेवक सुमिरत नाम सप्रीति, बिनु श्रम प्रबल मोहदल जीति, फिरत स्नेह मगन सुख अपने, नाम प्रसाद सोच नहीं सबने।
Where's his son? Brown. Brown? He's there, man.
Don't worry. Vale.
Right?
You're in.
Saying got to check on me. Listen.
Holy will not only allow each end. Members of the bereaved family, well wishers and sympathizers at this time. Now to be ceremony, Antishti Sanskar or Antim Sanskar. So the people stand, please stand. If you cannot stand for any reason, health-wise or otherwise, you please be seated. So at this time, people at Lord who has all pre-given powers, who has powers to grant salvation to the departed soul. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvastangato Piva Yasmarit Pundarikaksham Hidara Suchyam Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Shantakaram Bhujagishainam Padmanabam Suresham Vishwadaram Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanenam Yogi Virdhyana Gamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavaiharam Sarvalokaikanatam Om Yam Brahma Varunindra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Devyastaved Vinay Sangha Parakramopanishadaid Gayantiyam Samaga Dhyana Vastita Tadgatina Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasayantam Navidu Sura Sura Devaya Tasmin Ma Om Sri Paramatmane Nama. You are touch hands down. Let's make this uncut vow to perform the ceremony. Antim Sanskar, with your name and the name of the deceased. Om Vishnu Vishnu Namaha Paramatmane Sri Purana Purushottamasya Vishnu Ragya Pardhamanasya Agya Brahmano Hinvitya Praharade Sri Sridvara Kalpe Vaivasvat Manantari Ashtavinshati Tame Kalive Kalikatam Charno Atlantic Mahasagare Filidari Desi Baudavatare Samatsari Surya Uttarayan Dakshin Gol Palgun Masa Sukla Paksha Saptami Tithi Putravar Shubhyugaha Shubhagaru Harinakshatra Shabrasi Sri Vishti Karan Vanesh Vishti Yog Vanesh Karan Yata Lagna Yata Muhurat Tikolim Jajmana Mukanamasya Amukugotasya Tilimurdisis Amukapretasya Antishti Karam Ahankarishe Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Mr. Saraswat Jal Snan Medit Jalam Medit Susam Jalam come in front now we hide behind the man Jal Snan Medit Tosh Tau Prachadam generally forward good onwards by both hands and arranging Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Mr. Saraswat Chandanam Medit Tau Prachadam perfume Open it. Open all. Sprinkle all. Om Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Mr. Saraswat Gandham Medit Tau Pratishatam Gandham Medit Rosam Flowers Mala Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Mr. Saraswat Pushpamala Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Mr. Saraswat Pushpamala Medit Tau Pratishatam Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Mr. Saraswat Pushpamala Medit Tau Pratishatam Om Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Mr. Saraswat Pushpamala Medit Tau Pratishatam Om Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya Flowers Adya Amukugotasya Amukapretasya मिष्टि शाश्वत पुष्पमाला मेदितो पुष्पताम आद्य आमुक गोतस्य आमुक प्रेतस्य मिष्टिष्टा पुष्पमित आद्य आमुक गोतस्य आमुक प्रेतस्य मिष्टिष्टा पुष्पमाला मेदितो पुष्पताम आद्य अमुक गोतस्य अमुक प्रेतस्य मिष्टिष्टा पुष्पमाला मेदितो पुष्पताम main श्रोतास plus पुष्पमाला मेदितो पुष्पताम आरती chance again. Give the arch and walk. Wave the arch and walk.
Come back out.
Adya amuka gotasya amuka pretasya mishtista deepam medyatito pujatam. Ikatam dware mahaduri ranginatam sagati tattvalukanartha janadidimoktosa. Om Jai Krishna Hari Sri Krishna Hari दुखियों को दुख दूर करी जय 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 कृष्ण हरि जय कृष्ण हरि श्री कृष्ण हरि दुखियों को दुख दूर करी जय 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 कृष्ण हरि जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरि जय कृष्ण हरि श्री कृष्ण हरि दुखियों को दुख दूर करी जय 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 कृष्ण हरि तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरि after the main shloka is completed any two family members want to come and do arti come quickly jai krishna hari shri krishna hari dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare jai 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 krishna hari तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा तेरे नाम की माला जपता रहूं तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा तेरे नाम की माला जपता रहूं भव सागर से मोरे नैया भव सागर से मोरे नैया चन में जाय किनारा हो चन में जाय किनारा हो जय 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 कृष्ण हरि जय कृष्ण हरि श्री कृष्ण हरि दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरि, जय 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 कृष्ण हरि। जय 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 कृष्ण हरि। सीताराम 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 कहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहिए। मुख में हो राम नाम, राम से हाथ में, तू अकेला नहीं प्यारे, राम तेरे साथ में। मुख में हो राम नाम, राम तेरे साथ में, तू अकेला नहीं प्यारे, राम तेरे साथ में। विधि का विधान जान, हानि लब सही, चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहिए। किया अभिमान तो फिर मान ना पाएगा, होगा प्यार वो ही जो श्री राम जी को भाएगा। किया अभिमान तो फिर मान ना पाएगा, होगा प्यार वो ही जो श्री राम जी को भाएगा। भले आशा त्याग शुभ काम करते रहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहिए। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Welcome to City this time. Today, well wishers and sympathizers, I want to join with all of you all and extend my sympathy and condolences to members of the bereaved family, the Pope family and the extended family. Indeed, it is a very sad time in their life when the head of the family, the father of the home, has passed on from this world. And it's always a very sad time in one's life when the near and dear one passes away. And the closer you are in relationship with the one who passes away, the more you feel the hurt and pain of your near one passing away. But this is reality. It is part of the package that comes with birth. Once we take birth on this earth, we have to die. No one will escape that. And we are born in this world for one purpose, to die. And we die so we will not have to be reborn again. But that is not automatic, that when we die we will not be reborn again. Because all major religions of this world teaches us about reincarnation. We reincarnate in different species. For us not to take birth again, we have to get salvation when we die. And to get salvation when we die, we have to do things that we are supposed to do to get salvation. We cannot live a life helter-skelter. Whatever happens, happens. We have to live a life for God. And that alone will help us get salvation. So today we are gathered here to say final goodbye to the remains of the deceased and a sad farewell. But this is a sanskar. This is a sanskar. Antishti sanskar or antim sanskar, the final sanskar. For Sanatanis Hindus, there are 16 sanskar that is supposed to be performed for you. From conception in your mother's womb to when you die until after you die. Today is the beginning of the 16th for Mr. Pope. Some of us, or most of us, we will perform many of the 16 sanskar. Many of them we will perform. But when we die, our near and dear ones try their best to perform this final sanskar. And as sanskar entails puja, and when you have to perform puja, you have to fast. But no one knows when your near and dear one will die. And not everybody are vegetarians. Lots of us, we partake of animal flesh. And lots of us, we consume alcoholic beverages. And some of us, we're still young enough. We still have intimate relationships between man and woman. So, how do we fast for this final sanskar? Do we wait when our near and dear one die and say, do we have to fast for 40 days, or a month, or 2 weeks, or a week, and then perform the sanskar? No, we can't wait. We have to perform the sanskar. And what do we do to make up for the amount of time that we do not fast to perform the sanskar? So all these boys say their heads are shaking. That's what we have to do to make up when you do fast the amount of time. You must, when your father and mother passes on, as a Sanatanist Hindu, or whoever, as a person performing the rites, you must shave your head. I'm very, very particular about that. A gentleman married passed away recently and his son say he didn't shave my head. I said, well, what will I do for you? He said, you let me go talk to me again. He talked to me as well. I'm very particular about that. What the scripture says to do, you must do. Not what anybody tell you should do, or what you feel you should do, or what you want to do. The scriptures must be our guide in whatever religious ceremony that we do as Sanatanis Hindus. And this is what is prescribed in the scriptures. That we must shave our head when our father and mother passes on from this world to perform the Antishti Sanskar. Because I said, we do not fast the amount of time to make up for that fast, we have to shave our head. And what is the puja? Panchopachar puja. We did the purification mantra, we did the purification to Lord Vishnu, who is the presiding deity in Antishti Sanskar. And he healings are spiritual form of God that remains in a home when someone passes on. All the other devatas and devas, they leave the home. Because the home becomes sutak. And when a home becomes sutak, certain things you cannot do. Only Lord Vishnu aspect you can pray to. So we did the invocation of Lord Vishnu and the Sankap to perform this Antishti Sanskar. And today, ceremony is the disposal part of the Sanskar. The only part of the Sanskar. So the Sanskar, Sankalp, is for all the other parts of the Sanskar that continues. And not just today. You know, it has become very fashionable in Sanatan Dharma now. I don't know if it is in this part of the country also. But it's widespread over the country that some who call themselves pundits, or who people refer to them as pundits, they tell you, you could do everything one day. I'm sure most of you have heard that. I wouldn't refer to such a person as a pundit, you know. Because a pundit means a learned person in the scriptures. And if you don't know the scriptures, you shouldn't let people call you pundit. And you should let people respect you as a pundit, because you don't know. You don't respect the man himself, you know. You respect the knowledge that he has. And if you don't have the knowledge, you shouldn't be a pundit. Go and do some other thing to make a living. Because it's a process. It is a process. You cannot do everything one day. Today is just for the disposal. And it must be performed under very hygienic circumstances and very strict scriptural ordinances. Mantras must be recited to perform the ceremony. And we dispose of the body. Why all these other ceremonies we have to do? I've not only done in Sanatan Dharma, you know. The people of the Islamic faith and of the Christian faith, they also have things to do. They have a 3-day ceremony. Just like when the Lord Jesus Christ was crucified on Good Friday, what happened on Easter Sunday? Everybody knows? They're free to answer. What happened to you on Easter Sunday after the Lord Jesus Christ was crucified on Good Friday? Nobody knows? Or you're afraid to answer? His soul resurrected, right? I'm going to do that. You think only Christian soul does resurrect? Everybody's soul does resurrect. The people of the Islamic faith, they have a 3-day ceremony also for the same purpose. We have a ceremony to perform too, but we cannot do it the 3rd day. Because we have to obey the laws of the land. Tomorrow these boys have to do that. On the 2nd day. We cannot wait for the 3rd day. Because when Mr. Pope will be cremated today, somebody will be cremated in that same spot tomorrow. So they have to go tomorrow and do what they have to do before somebody else is cremated there. That is part of the resurrection ceremony. And what they will do in the evening completes it. That ceremony in Sanatan Dharma is known as Ashti Sanchai. Then they do a 9-day ceremony, and we do a 10-day ceremony. We do 40 days, and we do 12 or 13 days, and we 1 year. Why at these times? Why do we do 10 days, or why 9 days, or why do we do 10 days? It takes 9 calendar months, or 10 lunar months, for a woman to be conceived with a baby and deliver that baby under normal circumstances. They check calendar months, we check lunar months. So every day represents 1 month. So they do 9 days, and we do 10 days. That's what that ceremony is for. That's what we have the Daskat ceremony, shaving ceremony for. To create a new body for the soul of the deceased to enter into. Because when you're alive, your soul, it knows that Atma or Jivatma. The moment you die, the soul leaves the body. The soul is known as a prit. But the soul of Mr. Pope does not know he's a prit. The soul still feels he could get back into the body. He's not aware of that he being a prit. But he's a prit. And all of us will become a prit the day we die. And if the after-death rituals are not performed for us, our soul remains as a prit until dissolution of the universe. So the after-death rituals are important for the soul to transform. The 10-day ceremony, the start of as we call it locally, the shaving ceremony, is to create a new body for the soul to enter into, where the prit has no directions. No direction. It could go anywhere or remain anywhere. But when you create that new body, when you offer the pindas of the 10 days, the prit enters into that body. and to direct it where it has to go now. And so the 12 days or 13 days ceremony is when the soul will leave this earthly planet and go where it has to go. The soul of Mr. Pope knows where it has to go. We don't have to wait for a day in the future to know. He knows that already. He just gives the direction and it goes there. And it takes 1 year for the soul to get to where it has to go. So we do a 1 year ceremony. The others they do 40 days because the pregnancy lasts for 40 weeks. Every day represents 1 week. In all the religions, those ceremonies are done for the same purpose. The method used is different, the language used is different, but the purpose for the ceremony is the same in all religions. So today, we have to say a sad farewell to the soul of Mr. Pope. And what has to be done, we must do it. We must not allow people to influence us what we must not, what we should do. We must know for ourselves. And it's very sad to know that people, Sanatanas Hindus, they don't know what to do. In no ceremony. They depend on the pandit. As I said, and I told you before, some of the pandits don't deserve to be called pandits. Because they themselves know. Sad that I have to say that, as a pandit. Very sad I have to say that, but I have to say it. Because it's happening all over the place. All over the place. They tell you to do, they call it an all-in-one. Recently I heard one in my ears here, a 3-in-1. I ain't taking bad in that. Nobody asked me to do that. Because I might speak to you very, very rough. So what we must do is to perform the altar rituals and pray for the soul of the deceased. That is what's important, and do what we have to do for the soul. What we do today is just for the remains of the body. It's just water and earth in that coffin in front of us now. 3 elements are missing from that body. Ether, air, and fire is missing. They have gone back to the respective places. I will predict later on today. Water will go back to water, and earth will go back to earth. That is what happens. But we have to do it under very hygienic conditions, under scriptural injunctions. When you die, when the soul leaves here, when you die, the soul leaves. It's taken to a place in the southern direction known as Jamlok. It takes 1 muhurt for the soul to go there, which is 48 minutes of our time. The soul goes there and it spends 48 minutes again. And judgment is passed on the soul in that second 48 minutes. All that you did, good and bad, Chit and Gup tells to Jamraj. Jamraj is there as the judge, he's the king of justice. And Chit and Gup tells Jamraj all what you did. You can't know why to live anywhere. The good things you do, they tell to Jamraj. And the bad things you do, they tell to Jamraj. And Jamraj decides now what will happen to your soul and what it is do. And they don't lie, they tell them the truth. So when you do something good, like when you do a puja, like when you have a puja, they put it, you with flowers and so on, until you take it in, take your ass in, you know what he's saying. But he's giving the record keepers your record that so and so person on so this day they're doing this puja, so and so puja. And they would sit and go and tell Jamraj that you did that. And all the wrong thing you do also, if you did any wrong thing, they tell them. But who is Chit? And who is Gupt? Chit is your own conscience. Your own conscience Tell Jamraj what you did. You can't, the conscience can't hide from the conscience. If I have a bundle of now they say marijuana, you could have a few in your pocket, right? But if I have a bundle of marijuana in pocket here now and a police jeep pass there, I start to get fidgety now. I feel the policeman come for me. Your own conscience sells you out. Right, Chips tells the Jamraj already did. Go in the secret form. And who is the secret form in you? That sees what you do. God. God is right inside of you. You don't look for him anywhere. He's right inside of you in your heart. And he sees everything you do. He listens to everything that you hear and say. And he tells Jamraj Louis what you did. And you are sentenced, or you're given good positions according to that. And after that, in 148 minutes, this will come back now. So after 2 hours and 24 minutes, this will come back. But it's held by the attendance of either Jamraj, if you did bad things, or the gunners of Lord Shiva, or the parashad of Lord Krishna, according to how you live your life. That decision lies in your hand, not in me, or anybody. We cannot change that. You make that decision for yourself, the way you live your life. And they hold you there until 12 to 13 days, when the soul will now leave to go to John work. It takes 1 lunar year to get there. Not a calendar year, a lunar year. Like today, I just read the sun club. I said it's the month of Falgun. It is the lunar fortnight and the 7th lunar day. When that's at that same time, which is next year, that will be make it 1 year for Mr. Pope. It will not fall on today's date in the calendar. Not fall on one date of this calendar. Like today, what? 8th? The 8th of 9th of March. It will not fall in 9th of March next year. It will fall before that. Our year is a lunar year. The Chinese years have less months. The Islamic years have less months, right? If you look at the calendar, you see every year it falls 1 month before. But that's how the year is. We cannot confuse ourselves. For our ceremonies, we must use our year, the Hindu year, not the calendar that hangs on the wall. So the soul takes 1 year to get to that place. And all the good things that it has to get, it will get. And if by perchance it has to get bad things, it will get that also. And if the soul has to get salvation, the soul will get salvation. And the soul has to come back on his earth, it will come back, in whatever form it has to come back. But we as a people, we do all that we have to do for our near and dear ones. So that journey that the soul has to make after the 12 days or 13 days is a very comfortable one for that soul. All the things that we do and all the things that we offer in the name of Lord Krishna on that day, when the soul makes this journey, it will get things like that to use to ease itself of any discomfort and any problems. So today will be the beginning of this ceremony, of this Antishti Sanskar, and 1 year takes to get there. But why can't we see the soul? Why can't we see the soul? I say the soul is here. The soul just hovers around the ground. Try to get back to the can't see it. Why? Is it a Nancy story I'm telling you? When something is wrong with you, and you go by the doctor, and he recommends that you go and take an x-ray, and you go by the radiologist, and they put you under this machine, and it directs the X-rays into your body. You don't see that coming on the machine, right? You don't feel nothing entering your body, right? But a picture is taken out of your inner. And they give you the take to the doctor, and the doctor uses that to treat you and probably get better. You believe that is inside of you, right? The soul, all our soul is made of the same type of energy. Ultraviolet rays. The short term for X-ray is ultraviolet X-ray. We don't see it, we can't feel it. But that don't mean they don't exist. They exist. Human beings' eyes are limited in vision and range. We only see the colors of the rainbow. From red to violet. Outside of red and violet, from infrared to ultraviolet, we don't see. We have to have special lens in our eyes to see that. But what we can't see, some of the animals see. For instance, when you hear in the night, the dogs start to cry, somebody will tell you, somebody going to die. You think the dog knows somebody going to die? The dog knows that. But that is the signal we get. Because the dog is seeing something that we can't see with our eyes. If you look at the dog's eyes in the night, when the light flashes on it, it's sure it is. It has magnified lens in his eyes. So what he could see, we can't see. He's seen Jamdut, the attendants of Jamraj. And if you listen to the description of the Jamdut, you become frightened. Much less if you see one. Much less if you see one. We are afraid of the dogs. We are afraid of the dog bite us. But the dog is afraid of the Jamdut. That's why he cries when he sees it. That's why he cries. He don't know somebody's going to die. He's afraid of the Jamdut also. Because it's so ferocious and ugly looking, he starts to cry. And we know somebody's going to die because he makes us cry. Other animals could see what we can't see. If something is dead across the road there, we don't see it. But when the wind blows, we smell it. But when you look up in the sky, you see Mr. Pope up there flying. And you smell it up there. He ain't smelling it. He see it. He just waited for us to move away so he come down and have his feast. Because his eyes have magnified lenses in it. And there are scriptural references for that. Like in the Ramayana. When Mother Sita was taken away by Ravan, and they were searching for all over in the forest. They couldn't find her. They took Sampati, whose wings were scorched. He was a kobo, a vulture. And took him on top of the mountain. And on the top of the mountain, he saw in Lanka that Sita was sitting under the ashok. And the man was in the form of a monkey. The monkey don't have that vision. The Lord Rama was in the form of a human being. He didn't have that vision. A Kobo saw her sitting there. And that's how they decided to take her from there. So what we can see, other animals could see. So the things that Nancy's story are related to you. The scriptures are not based on just stories. It is based on science also. So we'll have the eulogy at this time. Who is doing the eulogy? Come. You'll do the eulogy, and then after we have Pandit Chan with us, after we come and say a few words and we pray whatever you want to do at this time. Well, the plans have changed. I heard somebody's to do a poem all this time. So it is done.
My name is Felicia Kettner, and today I will recite a poem Sirju Pope, also known as me and my brother, Nana's father. My grandmother, I just want to let you know you meant the world to me. You were such a great grandfather, the best there will ever be. I am richly blessed to know you and feel lucky like a superstar. I wish you didn't leave so soon. Oh, my special grandmother. You were a man of few words and didn't have much to say, but you always wore a huge smile, a joy to my brother and I each day. I will always remember you, Nana Spider, looking out through the front window, for surely there will be no other watching as we come and go. May your kind soul find peace for being such a wonderful man. May God richly bless you as your journey to the great beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. We'd like to call upon the Drain, who is like a family member to us, to say a few words.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय. Sitaram, dear each and everyone. Let us all clasp our hands for a second this morning as we offer a prayer on behalf of our dear uncle who has made some serious runs. You know, and like this morning before we reached here, my neighbor and I were saying to us, and I mentioned the death of uncle, and we were saying, we are not sure to reach this number that he has reached. We have to apply to get extension, you know. So let us pray. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatguru. Namo Namo Vijnana Rupaya Paramananda Rupini Shri Krishna Gopinataya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Shantakaram Bhujagashenam Paramanabam Sudesham Vishwadaram Gaganasardrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalaneynam Yogi Vidyanigamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavai Haranam Sarvalokikanatam Sarvalokikanatam. Om Manarindra Deva Shankachakragadadada Akshay Pundarikaksh Preta Moksha Prado Bhave. Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Sita Krishna everyone.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. I just want to thank everyone for joining us today to celebrate the life of my father, the greatest man I ever knew. He was everything to us. The life of Sirju Pope. Everybody knew him by Bob. That was his nickname. From the time he said Bob, yeah, the man with the farmer, the tractor that plows and does everything. That was him. He was a role model, a devoted husband, a wonderful father of 12. 7 boys, 5 girls. Grandfather of 22, great-grandfather of 7. So, he was born on the 24th of November, 1937. He celebrated 85 years last year in November. And we are so fortunate to have him for so long. Wish we could have him forever. He was born in a small little village called Pitimu. And then he came over to French village where he spent the rest of his life. My father was a jack of all trades. He worked at Wassa for a while. Then he started to drive. He was a truck driver with Uncle Bala's father, Lakabi. I know most of you will know him. He drove truck for him. And then he worked taxi, and then he worked in the cane field. He ended up becoming a cane farmer. That was his dream, because he wanted to be self-employed. He wanted to take care of his family, which he did a really good job. And while working taxi and seeing about the cane and everything, he had a hobby. His hobby was tailoring. He was one of the greatest tailors that I know. If somebody come and say they have a wedding Sunday, he will sit Saturday night, the farewell night, and he will sew our pants for Sunday. And the kids didn't like anything better than that, because they used to help him thread the needle, and they will fight for the little silver thing that you put on a finger to play with, the thimble. That was fun for them. Well, I think I was a baby then, so I can remember all that. My father worked really hard. Then one of his friends got married in Voodoo Trace to my mother's sister. And sometimes he would go with them to drop his wife to spend time over there. And his friend saw this nice, decent, beautiful young lady, and he came back home and he said, listen, I see a really nice girl, and I want her to be a part of the Pope family. No problem, she could cook, she could clean, she could do everything. So they made arrangements, wedding plans. They never saw each other until the wedding day. They got married. They were married for 62 glorious years. 62. 12 children. So he was surrounded by people who really loved him, who cherished him. He worked so hard to make sure his kids had everything. Even though at that time it was so hard to bring up so many children, he would work, and our house never ran out of food. There was always food. If we had to eat cassava and eddos for 2 days straight, we had food. And we were talking last night, I did a eulogy, but everybody got together last night and they were talking about memories and stuff, and I was like, well, I don't need this, because everything ended up being here. So my big sister was telling us that when they go to cut cane, she would have to cook. When they come back, there was this high pile of roti and a big pot of food, whatever vegetables she would cook. And she had to take care of all of us when they went to cut cane and stuff. I know we used to stress her out, but she loved us so much that all my big sisters took care of the little ones. We were little, we were naughty and stuff. We were so naughty that she made a joke and told me, you go in the trace by our aunt and stay. And I was so tempered. I took up a dress and a little brown bag, and I went there and I stayed, and I never came back. Because Auntie Popeline wasn't Auntie Popeline, she was our second mother. So we were so fortunate. And I don't want to stay long because I know we have a limited time, but Pa, we will really miss you. And we had a nickname that there was this girl that used to walk on the road, and he and her used to make a lot of jokes. So one day she was slim and dark, and he used to say, "Fry crab, fry crab." And she turned out and said, "Okay, Spider." And that nickname ended up sticking to him, and we used to trouble him, we used to call him Spider. He was smile, and that thing got so into him that his grandchildren had a tassel group, and the name of the tassel group was Young Spiders. So nothing wasn't really serious, everything was fun. And when coming on to his old age, and he was home. There wasn't a day that none of his children didn't come to look for him. And my big brother, Papi, God will bless you. He took really good care of my father because he used to come every morning before he goes to work in Wassa. He will come here 5:30, 6 o'clock because my mother couldn't handle showering him or changing him because he was a little difficult sometimes because he was spoiled. We spoiled him really, really bad. And my brother would come and make sure he showered, make sure he had on clean clothes, make sure he took his tablet, shave off his hair, make sure everything was good. And he had liked that because he felt the love. And then during the day I would come, he always wanted something sweet like cake or anything, so you must bring something sweet for him to eat. And it's like we couldn't wait to come and bring something for him. We always bringing something, we always come in, he always sits in the porch, looking out the window. So he had a relaxed last few years. He was so surrounded by everybody, and we are blessed to have a father like this, really blessed. And I just want to say, as everybody to say, when somebody died, they're in a better place. I wouldn't say that. He was in a good place here. He was in a good place here on earth, surrounded by love and everything. And now he's going in a greater place next to Lord Krishna, who is there saving a seat for him. And he's going to look down on us, and he's going to be so proud of us, and I know he's going to be blessing us because we did anything and everything for him. It never had a day that he could say, hey, I wonder if my children is going to call me today. I wonder if my kids is going to look for me today. I wonder, family, everybody used to come because he was so loving and he was so thing. And one habit he had that the newspaper, people used to come here like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. He had to be in that porch to watch when the van was coming. And either my cousin Boots or my brother, then will have to go bring the newspaper. And I see he's going with his newspaper. He's going with his newspaper and everything that he loved. And I'm not crying and I'm not sad, maybe inside, but I'm happy that I was able to be a part of his life. And just to end off, and one thing, I didn't forget to mention, but I was just watching my time. His daughter-in-laws and his son-in-laws, I think he had liked them more than us. They were his eyeballs. He would just light up when he see any of them come. And it was such a pleasure for them to know that, hey, we've had a real life. And he had the opportunity to visit countries, to go to America, to spend time with his sons there, his grandchildren, visit places, and enjoy his life. So he lived a full life, he worked hard, he retired, he spent it, he did everything and anything. So now I say, rest in peace, and just God, I know God is waiting for you and he will take care of you. I was there in the hospital when we saw him happy and everything, so I have that in my heart and that is how I'm going to remember him. I know it would be hard coming here and not seeing him here because I fell and I broke my leg and I took off my cast and I used to take a little while to come up the stairs. And he would sit in the chair and he would watch me like if he could have had the strength to come and hold my hand and bring me upstairs. And he would look at me and smile and I was like, slowly but surely, I'm coming. And he would watch me until I reach upstairs and make sure I reach upstairs safely. And if that is not love and caring, even though he knew he wouldn't be able to help me, he had it in his face that I will help my child if it's the last thing I will do. And that, I can't say anything else again. So in closing, on behalf of the entire family, I just want to thank you all for attending this funeral of our beloved father, Mr. Sergio. And I just want to say, everyone present here speaks volume. It speaks volume, and it reminds my family of all the people who has been touched by him. You had to be touched and you had to feel something in you to be here. And your presence is highly honored. And I want to say thank you. Thanks.
Holy Vrindavan, we have a lot of key chai. At this time, we still have 2 parts of the rituals to complete. So we'll perform the Havan this time and offer pindas. Light up. Light. Om Purva Swaha Gakshi Hatish. Om Ya Agni. Joeva Purva Pratibha. Agni Shandil Go Mishra Jasa Mukor. Agini Mile Purohitam Yasrimata Bijam Hotaram Ratnadatam Chatwari Singa Sapatu Rishise Sapta Hasta Sotrida Vishabo Rauromati Humanatem Visham Kamihasa Havebok Pitinam Tanastopium Agini Shandil Goat Mishra Jasan Korpur Agini Rakijai Agini the Arch Wanem Sortiam 14 times almost finish. Ready? Ready? Okay. Om Yamai Namaha Swadha. Om Dharmarajai Namaha Swadha. Om Rityave Namaha Swadha. Om Antakai Namaha Swadha. Om Vaivaswatai Namaha Swadha. Om Kalai Namaha Swadha. Om Sarvabhutakshay Namaha Swadha. Om Audumbarai Namaha Swadha. Om Daganai Namaha Swadha. Om Nilai Namaha Swadha. Om Parameshri Namaha Swadha. Om Vrikodarai Namaha Swadha. Om Chitrai Namaha Swadha. Balance now all. Om Chitraguptai Namaha Swadha. All. Water, Archman. Om Agni Naya Supatta Rayasman Vishwani Deva Yunani Vidwan Yurasman Hujan Manu Vishtamti Namni Timni Pilla. Om Atya Amukugut Asya Amukapretasya Mristi Shanishonet Isha de Pindo Medi Trita Ovasha. Put it on the right hand. Let's put it there. Put it up. Put my hand on the right. Offer it. Pindi Achmanya Medi Trita Ovasha. Okay. At this time I'd like to ask all of you to please stand once again. If you cannot stand, please remain seated. I will do the closing prayer. After the closing prayer, those of you who would like to come and pay your final respects to the corpse, you can come to it in a very orderly manner, quickly, orderly, and then we'll leave for the cremation site at the shore of peace that's covering on Mosquito Creek. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajuman Harana Bhavadaya Darunam Navakanjalocana Kanja Mukhakar Kanja Pad Kanjarunam Kandarpa Agnita Amita Chabi Navanila Niraja Sundaram Patapita mana hutadita ruchi suchi Naumi janaka sudavaram Pajudina bandhu dinesha danau Daitya vanshani kandanam Raghunanda ananda kanda kushal Chandra dasharatha nandanam Siramukta kundala tilaka charu udara anga vibhushanam Ajanu bhuj shar chapadar sangrama jita karadushanam Iti padita tulsi das shankar shesha muni manaranjanam Mama Hirdaya Kanjani Vasa Kuru Kamari Kaladala Ganjanam Sri Ram Sri Ram Sri Ram Bole Syavar Ramachandra ki jai Vrindavan Bihari Ram ki jai Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. We have come to the end of this part of the ceremony. You have offered your flowers. Those who would like to come and pay a final respect, you have come in a very orderly manner, quickly, and then we leave very quickly to this night. Bole Vrindavan Bihari ki jai. One announcement, we have a maxi available. Anybody want a ride to go to the creek? You could get a ride in maxi. Another announcement, if anybody would like to say a few words at this time, the family has agreed to allow you to say a few words if you would like to.
From this way. Move in so. Keep moving. Yes. Nina! You can watch it, let me work out through the road.
Pag dili kayo po. Diba?
Watch your dressing.
At this time we will prepare to depart. So the Minnesotas, you will put yourself in position to lift the coffin. Minnesotas, put yourself in position to lift the coffin. Facing south and holy handle. Facing south. And I told you to lift down the front. When you're listening, when I say to lift, then lift, right? When I say to lift, then lift, don't lift before. Om prehi patri puryanera nati purti pitra paritaha uvarajano swaraya madanto yamam pashyasi varnam chadivam Om Yamo no Gatum Patamo Vivida Naisha Gabutira Bawartau Wau Yatra Maha Purva Pitara Paritaha Inaha स्व यज्ञना प्रत्या आरस्व ओम संगच्छस्व पृथ्वी संयामीन इष्टपुरुषेन परमेन व्योमत हित्वा यवादं पुनर स्वस्तामिहि संगच्छन्तं तन्वा सुवर्षा ओम सूर्य चक्षुर्गच्छन्तु वातमात्रं च गच्छपरिचदानना आपो गच्छति तपेति दोषपति सूर्य ओम सोम एकेभ्यः पावती कृतमेक उपासते येभ्यो मधु प्रदावती तमिश्व देवती गच्छन्तं बोले सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय।
Right. Take the cut from this hand here. Yeah, bring up this hand. Inside the camera, yeah. Take the next thing back. That's what the touch that one did that. Touch the hand. ओम आद्या आम गुरु तस्याम कपे तस्द्वार राशि पंतन में विष्णु देव तो वाइशते पिंड में ये भाई हम ये सो जान लगा कब जाओ सो जान लगा इन दे आसन में दे तो सा I'm sorry,
कितना बदल गया इंसान, कितना बदल गया।